Joining me right now, Florida Senator Rick Scott. He is a member of the Senate Homeland Security, Armed Services, and Budget Committee. Senator, good morning to you.
Good morning, Cheryl. How are you doing?
Good. So let's start with this. You are bidding to replace Mitch McConnell as Senate GOP leader. You say you, quote, believe the hour is later than it seems for our country and that we need a fresh, new approach because the old way is not working. Tell us more.
Well, first off, my job will be to fight like hell to defeat the ideology, the policies of the radical left. They're clearly destroying this country. Almost $35 trillion worth of debt, a border wide open, a foreign policy that's a disaster. We've got a federal government that does not represent America anymore. And we've got to make sure we have a Republican leadership and Republicans in D.C. that represent Republicans around the country. I'm a business turnaround guy. I turned around businesses. I became governor of Florida when we were in financial distress. That we have to turn this country around, and I'm going to fight like hell to do it. And I'm going to make sure I'm a partner with Donald Trump. He's going to be our next president, and we're going to take his policies and change the direction of this country for the better for every family. You looked at that. You looked at what he did yesterday in the Bronx. That's who we represent: working people that want this country to get back to where it was when they grew up.
Do you have the support?
I believe I will. I just got into the race. I'm going to be I called every one of my Senate colleagues. I'm going to work hard to get all their support. And I believe, I'll be able to do it because we all know the path that we've been going down. We've basically been a handful of us agreeing to the Democrat policies is not working for this country. That's why we have the problems we have. We've got to start standing firm and be the roadblock to all these radical left-wing policies that Schumer and Biden and Pelosi have just been pushing on all of us.
All right, so you're going to be working on that, but you also have to work on the business at hand. I want to get to that in the Senate because the Senate just rejected that White House-backed border and immigration bill. That was the second time, and that happened yesterday. 50 senators voted against it, including 2 lawmakers who negotiated the bill. That was Oklahoma Senator James Lankford and Arizona Senator Kristen Sinema. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer was questioned about it. I want you to listen to his response yesterday.
What do you make of the fact that 2 of the 3 negotiators, Lankford said that this became a prop, Sinema said that it was political theater? What do you make of that?
I'd look at what they said about the bill. We voted on the bill, not on rhetoric. Both of them to their credit, put their hearts, souls, and minds into this and came up with a damn good product that should have passed until Donald Trump did his thing.
Your reaction to that comment, especially the last one, Donald Trump did his thing, Senator, your reaction?
It wasn't Donald Trump. I mean, he rightfully was against it. But look, we wanted a border security bill. This was an immigration bill. And by the way, we didn't need a bill. Donald Trump, with existing laws, secured the border. Joe Biden immediately opened the border. That means drugs, criminals, terrorists are coming across every day. The border is wide open, wide open. Maduro is emptying his prisons in Venezuela and sent all the criminals to the United States. That's why we see criminal gangs from Venezuela and other places in our country today. Joe Biden made this decision. We didn't need this bill, right? This was an immigration bill. What we wanted was Biden to secure the border. What we wanted to do is say, hey, Joe Biden, you wanted Ukraine aid. We will give you the Ukraine aid on the condition that you secure the border. Of course, that didn't happen. We got nothing when they got the Ukraine aid done. So we're paying for the border, trying to secure the border of Ukraine, but not a dime or any policy to secure the border of America.
All right. Well, what do you make of these reports that President Biden's working on an executive order that would temporarily close the border?
I mean, well, he ought to do something. He did all those executive orders to open the border. I mean, he completely opened the border. Mayorkas, what a joke, a complete liar. Okay, came to Congress and says the border's secure. Should have been convicted after he was impeached. So Biden could do it today if he wanted to. He could close the border today. Do it, Joe. I wish you would do it. You'll save American lives.
Yeah, he could have done it months ago. To your point, I do want to ask you about this. Former President Trump held this historic rally in the Bronx yesterday. He said he's going to save Deep Blue Manhattan and America. He highlighted several issues about the economy, the migrant crisis. Watch.
Everyone was better off. We had the greatest economy in history. Everybody was better off under a man named President Donald J. Trump. Have you ever heard of him? And if you look at these people, did you see them? They are physically fit. They're 19 to 25. Almost everyone is a male. And they look like fighting age. I think they're building an army. They had 29,000 people over the last. I think they want to get us from within. I think they're building an army. They call it the Biden migrant invasion, and it's wrong. It's immoral. And the vast majority of New Yorkers agree with me that this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I'm here tonight to declare that we are going to turn New York City around, and we are going to turn it around very, very quickly.
Senator, what do you make of what we saw in the Bronx yesterday?
I can tell you, as I travel the country, especially as I travel Florida, there's so much support for Donald Trump because guess what? The border was secure. The economy was good. We weren't at war. It's pretty simple. I mean, look at the difference between Biden and Trump. I'd pick Trump every day. I want a secure border. I want to have a great economy. I want to have low unemployment. I don't want to have all this inflation. And I don't like all these wars.
You know, it's interesting because Donald Trump is saying that he can turn blue New York red. You think that's possible?
I think he can. Oh, absolutely. Okay. When I left my hotel this morning, there's a lady from the Bronx. She says, every one of her neighbors is for Trump. Everyone. She said, all these cases, these lawsuits is lawfare against Trump. She says it is unfair and un-American.
I told Maria, I said, you watch. He's going to get a huge reception in the Bronx. New Yorkers are fed up. They are fed up with the migrants. They are fed up with the economy. And then Hochul comes out and says anybody that likes Trump is a clown. So adding insult to injury. And I'm telling you, I thought it was fascinating that he had that big of a turnout in the Bronx yesterday, Senator. Anyway, I know you were just here in New York. Like you said, you've watched this all unfold like we have in our city. Senator Rick Scott, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.